इस क्लर्क प्री सेक्शनल इंग्लिश, यहाँ पे एक हो गया, इस क्लर्क क्वांट हो गया, रीजनिंग इंग्लिश, इंग्लिश में इसमें कितना है, इसमें तो इसमें से एक से फिल्म क्वांट, सब क्वांट, ये इंग्लिश देखते हैं, again करते हैं। राजीव इज गोइंग टू बी इन अ very difficult position if things go badly for him. If things go badly for him, Rajiv is going to be in a very difficult position. To be in a very difficult position नहीं होगा, position होगा यहाँ पे, क्योंकि अ वेरी ये हो गया, ये आपका आर्टिकल हो गया, वेरी हो जाएगा आपका एडवर्ब, डिफिकल्ट एडजेक्टिव हो गया, पोजीशन यहाँ पे नाउन होगा। तो नाउन में कभी थर्ड फॉर्म में नाउन नहीं होता है, नाउन सिंपल होता है बेस फॉर्म में, तो यहाँ पे नाउन हो जाएगा। वन ऑफ द की रीजंस हो गए यहाँ पे, कभी भी वन ऑफ द के बाद नाउन प्लूरल होता है और वर्ब सिंगुलर होता है, तो यहाँ पे वन ऑफ द की रीजंस होगा, सो इसमें ए में गलत है। A report shows, a report singular, verb is singular, that records, ठीक है, shows, a report shows that records were once again broken, records were once again broken for greenhouse gas levels and surface temperatures. A report shows that records were once again broken for greenhouse gas levels. Report shows that report subject हो गया, verb हो गई, फिर that conjunction है, बनना है subject, फिर verb और object हो गई, once again broken, records were broken once again, records were broken once again for greenhouse gas levels। फिर इसको हम छोड़ देते हैं भैया, कंफ्यूजन है। स्टडी सोर्स यहाँ पे गलत है, ये स्टडी सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट है, तो यहाँ पे भी वर्ब सिंगुलर होगा, तो यहाँ पे एस होगा, सोज होगा, तो सो नहीं होगा, ये गलत है। इसमें देखा था अ न्यू स्टडी रिलीज्ड, a new study released, so a new study released, so that more than 1 billion people in the world are now live with obesity. More than one people, more than one people in the world now live with obesity. A new study released, so that a new study subject will be released. Thousands of people dash what suffer from natural calamities, armed conflicts, and other crises. Thousands of people, हजारों हजार people डैश द वर्ल्ड सफर, मतलब वर्ल्ड सफर कर रहा है किससे, नेचुरल कैलेमिटीज मतलब हो गया नेचुरल डिजास्टर, कैलेमिटीज मतलब डिजास्टर होता है, नेचुरल डिजास्टर से एंड आर्म कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एंड अदर क्राइसिस, मतलब पूरे वर्ल्ड जो है सफर कर रहा है, एक जो नेचुरल डिजास्टर है एंड आर्म कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जो होता है, जैसे अभी रशिया और यूक्रेन में हो रहा है, और इजराइल और फ़लस्तीन में हो रहा है, ईरान, तो वही हो गया। तो यहाँ पे थाउजेंड्स ऑफ पीपल अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, यहाँ पे क्या होगा, अक्रॉस पूरे विश्व भर में जो लोग हैं, एप्पल विल होस्ट एन इवेंट ड्यूरिंग विच अपडेटेड वर्जन ऑफ इट्स Apple will host an event during which updated version of its new products are expected to be approved नहीं unveiled हो जाएगा। The team revealed its new jersey for the World Cup which will be played December. The product has initiative AI feature and noise cancellation technology. The offers offers innovative AI features and noise cancellation technologies. The leader urged the parties to work कि देखो अब द लीडर जो है अर्ज किया है पार्टी से वर्क कीजिए, टू वर्क। अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे एक वर्ब आएगा आपका, ठीक है ना, तो केयरलेस ना होगा, यहाँ पे क्वाइटली नहीं होगा, टुगेदर हर पुअरली, पुअरली तो होगा नहीं, टुगेदर में क्वाइटली होगा, केयरलेसली नहीं होगा। द लीडर इज द पार्टीज टू वर्क टुगेदर, क्वाइटली नहीं होगा, टुगेदर। विच ऑफ द फ्लोइंग इज बट द फर्स्ट, इसको बाद में कर लेंगे, मार्क रिव्यू कर लेते हैं, इसको बाद में करेंगे, पहले देख लेते हैं कुछ कुछ करने लायक। आर्ट प्ले एन एक्सट्रीम रोल extremely rolling reinforces dietary guidelines GUID guidelines vegetable oils and suggest that these recommendations improve brain health. Our study reinforces dietary guidelines reinforces dietary guidelines GUIDELINS, ठीक है, recommending vegetable oils and suggest that these recommendation ratio the company had to lay off several employees due to financial constraints। अब क्या बोल रहा है कि द कंपनी हैज टू ले ऑफ मतलब क्या होता है, ले ऑफ मतलब होता है कि एम्प्लॉय को कंपनी से बाहर निकालना। ले ऑफ का मतलब यही होता है ना, तो फायर हो जाएगा यहाँ पे। द पॉलिटिशियन प्रॉमिस टू फॉलो थ्रू ऑन हिज कैंपेन प्लेक्स। जो पॉलिटिशियन है प्रॉमिस टू फ्लो फॉलो थ्रू ऑन हिज कैंपेन प्लेक्स। कैंपेन प्लेक्स मतलब क्या होगा, फुलफिल हो जाएगा। वो क्या बोला है कि जो अपने जो जो कैंपेन किया था, इलेक्शन कैंपेन में जो कस्में जो वादे निभाए हैं, वादे किए हैं, उसको निभाएंगे। फॉलो थ्रू ऑन मतलब क्या होता है, प्रॉमिस को पूरा करना, फुलफिल करना, तो यहाँ पे फुलफिल हो जाएगा। The manager had to deal with issue that cropped up during the implementation phase. The manager had to deal with issue that cropped up during the implementation phase. क्रॉप्ड अप मतलब क्या होता है, जो मतलब कोई ऐसा चीज़ें बाधा हो गया, हर्डल हो गया, ऑब्स्टेकल हो गया, तो यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या लिखेंगे, सेटल नहीं होगा, सेटल। द मैनेजर हैड टू डील विद इशू दैट सेटल during the implementation phase. Kept turned settled appeared during the that what is the proof proof मतलब क्या, which are the flowing closest middle proof, he carried in a very gruff voice, and the children ran away. I will allow nobody play in the but myself, so build a high wall all around it and put up a notice board. Massive primitive नहीं होगा, small rough वेरी रफ वॉइस हो सकता है, मेसी। प्रिमिटिव मतलब पुरातन, स्मॉल छोटा, क्रॉस ओवरऑल होता है ना, रफ, मेसी हो सकता है। विच ऑफ द फ्लोइंग इज अपोजिट इन मीनिंग सॉफ्टली। सॉफ्टली मतलब क्या हो सकता है, काइंडली तो होगा नहीं, रियल होगा नहीं, फॉर्मली होगा नहीं, सर्टेनली होगा नहीं, तो यहाँ पे लाउडली हो जाएगा। अच्छा ये हो गया, क्या करना है इसको, कर लें क्या, reducing the risk of extinction from AI suit. The result of the study provide the results of the study provide proof that gene editing can be used safely and effectively to treat, क्या हो जाएगा, कैन बी यूज सेफली एंड इफेक्टिवली। इफेक्टिवली होगा ना, यहाँ पे तो इफेक्टिव नहीं होगा, इफेक्टिवली होगा, क्योंकि पैरेललिज्म होता है ना, एंड के पहले क्या है, कैन बी यूज सेफली एंड इफेक्टिवली हो जाएगा, तो सेफली एडवर्ब है तो यहाँ पे भी एडवर्ब होगा, इफेक्टिवली टू ट्रीट रेटिनल डिसऑर्डर्स। जो रेटिनल डिसऑर्डर है उसको ट्रीट करने में जो ये रिजल्ट्स प्रोवाइड करेगा, प्रूफ, जेन एडिटिंग वो हेल्प करेगा, तो यहाँ पे इफेक्टिवली हो जाएगा। कंज्यूमर्स स्पेंडिंग plays a crucial role in driving economic growth and it has shown remarkable strength. Consumer spending consumers spending plays a crucial CRUCIL role in driving economic growth. Yes, ठीक है, and it has remarkable REMAR remarkable, crucial, ठीक है, CRUCIL spending. Consumer spending plays a crucial role in driving economic growth and it has shown remarkable REMARKE, ऐसे तो नहीं होगा, RE remark के बी एल ई रिमार्क, पता नहीं यार, होगा करेक्ट हो, बात करेंगे, ऐसे कर लें, ये कर लें। They were so convincing that they could have flawed his own family, मतलब शो करके देखते हैं। He clarified by an incident that his image and voice were recently replicated by an AI book tool. We let a Jane out of the boat. The CEO, they were so convincing. They were so convincing that they could have foiled. एसी चला ले, दिन भर एसी चलो है, देखा पसीना घर वाला चोई चलो ना पड़ो कहीं थे। They were so convincing that they could have fooled his own family. We let काल है आलगा ना बड़ा धूप टाइट कोइले रहे, आया आसो कोइले सब उल्टा पड़ रहे हैं, जाओ उधर। The CEO breaks and health issue at start warming out of potential illness. They were so convincing that they could have foiled his own family. यहाँ से हम कर सकते हैं, he clarified. We let genuine out of the potential. This DP तो हुई ना, they were now with the CEO of Brexit health ways who were start warning about the cell dangers of AI technology. यहाँ से start relating them ना, clarified मतलब first हो जाएगा, R से start हो जाएगा, और हो जाएगा first हो जाएगा। The CEO of Berkshire Hathaway issued a stark warning about the potential dangers of AI technology. He clarified by an incident that his image and voice were recently replicated by an AI book. ठीक है ना? CEO scams clarified by an incident that his image and voice were recently replicated by an AI book tool. We let a gene out of the bottle when we developed nuclear weapons, and AI is somewhat similar, he said. Scams using these deep fakes, he added, will like सेकंड हो सकता है यहाँ पे ये हो सकता है पी हो सकता है सेकंड क्लैरिफाइड पी सेकंड हो जाए पी सेकंड हो जाए थर्ड तारा हो जाए वॉइस आई book to scam. They were so convincing that they could have foiled his own family. We later what was the Gant's initial reaction when he saw the children playing in his garden? One day, Gant came from a town to see his garden. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. What are you doing here? He carried in a very gruff voice, and the children ran away. He warmly welcomed. He shouted at them and chased them away. He ignored them. He felt sorry. He asked them politely, "Nahi, nahi." He said, "What challenge did the poor children face while trying to play on the road?" ठीक है? He was very selfish again. The poor children had nowhere to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it. The road was dusty and full of hard stone. What promoted the Gant's change of heart towards the children? अच्छा चेंज हो गया ना क्या बोला दस हार्ड ऑफ स्टोन ठीक है there was state blossom and only in the garden in the selfish Gant was still winter. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish Gant as he sat at the window and looked out his cold white garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather, but spring never came nor died summer. One morning, the Gans was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears that he thought it must be the kind musician passing by. I believe the spring, I believe the spring has come at last, said the Gant, and he jumped out of the bed and looked out. He saw a most wonderful sight through a little hole in the wall. The children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees. It was the farthest corner of the garden, and in it was standing little boy. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all around it, carrying bitterly. And his heart melted as he looked out. How selfish I have been, he said. Now I know why the spring would not come here. I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. He was very sorry. He was very sorry for what he had done. The children's tears and another children's offered to say the arrival of spring on his garden. The king's musician playing sweet music, the Gant's realization of his own selfishness. What did the Gant decide to the alter realizing his mistake? What did the Gant decide to alter his mistake? So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened that they all ran away. Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the Gant coming. And then Gant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hand and put him up into the tree. The little boy, यहाँ पे हो जाएगा, the began to put Mr. Serena. He intended to build an even higher wall. Nah, he resolved to share his garden with the children forever he comes from his garden. He decided to confront their king about. But when the children are they were supported, they only the little boy his eyes were so full of tears that he could not see the words coming. And the guards stood up took him gently in his hand and put him up to the tree. How did the other children react when they saw the ant with the little boy? They were believed. A new study released the world. Oh, oh, यहाँ पे सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट है यहाँ पे सिंगुलर प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल the world are now living with obesity ये हो जाएगा ना we need a present participle from above to fit present continuous distance और यार present participle है चाहिए तो यहाँ पे past participle आ गया lived नहीं होगा यहाँ पे the world are now living with obesity हो जाएगा ठीक है so देखते हैं रैंक क्या रहा है मतलब 20 वो सही है तो एनालिसिस में देखते हैं क्या है परसेंटाइल 63 ठीक है